I'm Bambi Francisco with this segment of Lessons for Entrepreneurs, and I'm speaking with Nihal Mehta, who started Ipsh, which he sold for, how much did you sell that for?
Undisclosed again.
Undisclosed, but several years ago, and he started this company called Buzzed, which is a mobile service that lets people know what's happening around them. And Nihal, you're here to share some lessons and advice for the Vader community. So give us 3 pieces of advice about entrepreneurship.
Got it. I think one of the things I've learned is beyond catchy names, I guess, like Ipsh and Buzz, I think it's very important to have a tremendous amount of passion for the product that you're creating. Mm-hmm. Number one, be in the demographic of your customer mm-hmm. is very important. So in other words, Buzz, for example, we're targeting people in urban environments that want to find out what's going on around you. If you're not passionate about using that product yourself, it's pretty hard to figure out where to take the company. It's pretty hard to figure out.
Or if you live in South Dakota, it's probably tough for you to service the.
Yeah, you might be right. You might be looking for something else other than bars and clubs. So I think it's very important to have a very strong passion for what you're doing. I think, definitely this is my 3rd startup, and I think what everybody says about the team is very, very important, that they are the true capital of your company. Mm-hmm. They are what makes or breaks you. At the end of the day, business models can change, mm-hmm. market conditions can change, but the thing that doesn't change is your team. Mm-hmm. Your founders, your shareholders, etc. Mm-hmm. So make sure that you bring people on board that are better than you in certain respects, mm-hmm. The best technologists, the best business development, the best sales, etc. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And people that are going to weather the storm, and mm-hmm. people that are going to realize that, hey, we might have to completely flip this around and have a different business model, but you guys are with me in your core, and we're going to make this happen.
Mm-hmm. So team, passion, anything else? Fundraising, exits, what's...
Yeah, I think, so this is actually our first venture funded business.
Oh, really? Okay.
So Ipsh was all angel-backed. And I think there's pros and cons to both, certainly. I think for venture, we're very careful of the partners that we wanted to choose.
This is the round that you're going to be closing?
The round, yeah.
Okay.
We interviewed several VC firms, and we picked 2 that we really liked. Mm-hmm. And I think it's very important that the chemistry is consistent, and that you can get along with your investors. Okay. But at the end of the day, we felt that capital sort of, for an entrepreneur, is sort of a commodity. Yeah. If you're onto something, you probably will get financing in the angel markets or VC market. So what else can they add besides capital? Right. Right. Their relationships, their passion, their fuel. Mm-hmm. That's more than just writing a check.
Let me get back to the team part of it. You're part of this the Nokia mobile competition, mobile rules competition. I was one of the judges, and one of the things, the clear positive assets or assets that your company has is a team, and we all agreed that your team was pretty strong. Actually, you think it's a dream team. So tell me, as you put that team together, what were the considerations?
Yeah, I think it's interesting. Every time you do one of these companies, you realize you have a clearer focus on what exactly you need, right? So for our company, we needed the best in biz dev, the best.
But with an experience in advertising or experience in mobile, right? Everyone has experience in mobile.
In mobile or entertainment. Mm-hmm. So our whole team has experience in mobile. Mm-hmm. At least 1, if not 2 or more companies previous. Mm-hmm. So we're already we've seen mobile 1.0, mm-hmm. and this is sort of creating the mobile 2.0. So for example, in business development, Tim Fielding came from MTV, mm-hmm. where he helped launch the mobile brand for them, Flux. Ad sales, Polly Lieberman has sold probably a total of 10 or 15 years in general, the last 5 or 6 being mobile exclusively. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Deepen's one of the probably brightest technologists in mobile, if not the brightest. Mm-hmm. So, putting together sort of knowing that, okay, we need sales, obviously, right? We need to monetize our inventory. We need BD, we need to get users. Right. And we need technology to make all this work.
But you needed people experienced in those different areas.
And product as well, actually. Drew Meeks runs our product, and he came from Juice Wireless. Okay. And I think, he's very highly regarded in that respect.
One last question I ask all the entrepreneurs, and so it sounds like this is your 3rd startup. So have you had, or please share a major setback or failure that you've had that's made you a better entrepreneur today?
Yeah, I think my first company, and I think a lot of folks learned this in the sort of the .com boom, right? and the dot-com bust is, 1999, we actually were fresh out of college. We raised $1 million the summer after college, right? There's the time you could scribble something on a napkin and people would throw money right at you. So one of the things we learned was that, keep the burn as low as you can.
Yeah.
There's no reason to spend, money that's not directly or maybe 1 degree away from your product or making money.
Right.
So I think a lot of people learned that lesson, obviously, in 99, 2000.
Sure.
So I'm not repeating something that most people don't know, but
people need to be reminded.
Yeah. So
especially
I think
first-time entrepreneurs, I think.
So I think especially now, right, with what's happening with the recession, even in the online space.
Yeah.
We make the analogy too. It's kind of like waiting out on a surfboard. And you want to sort of be lean and mean.
Yeah.
But you're waiting for that big wave, right? And
Yeah.
that big wave might hit a year from now, it might hit 3 years from now. And in the meantime, just stay lean, right? And stay fit, stay healthy, but no need to spend all your money because the big wave is going to come soon. You need to paddle to catch it, to jump on it. And it's all about timing.
Okay.
So that's the strategy right now, is let's build a product, but let's stay lean and mean. And when we see that wave coming, of ad spend or of real mobile penetration, that's when we'll paddle like heck.
I like that analogy. Okay, do you surf?
I do.
I know you're a DJ. Okay, you're a DJ, surfing DJ, who has a mobile advertising company too.
I try to surf. I'm not that good.
All right. Well, hey, thank you so much for sharing. I've been speaking with Nihal Mehta. He is the co-founder of Buzzed. I'm Bambi Francisco.